Good evening. I'm Steve Kine with the City of Enid and with the Enid Television Network, and welcome to the Fireball Run evening event. We're at the Enid Event Center and we're getting ready to have dinner. I'm surrounded by 50 unique and antique cars that are gorgeous. People are coming in the front door to have dinner tonight. Popcorn, ice cream, hamburgers, and hot dogs. Fun night here in Enid, Oklahoma. We hope to have some interviews for you and just really show what Fireball Run is all about here in Enid, Oklahoma. Thanks for being with us. We have Teresa and Jan with us here at Fireball Run. We're at the dinner portion of the event here in the Enid Event Center. And as you can see with the poster, again, as we've been talking about all day, this event is more than just cars and meeting people from all over the country. It's about finding America's missing children. Teresa and Jan, is that right? Now, Jan's from Orlando and you're from Ohio. And I wish we had some fall weather for you in Enid, but this is the best we can do. Usually this time of year it gets kind of cool, but maybe next time.
It's warm.
Enough of that kind of topic, if you will. This is a very serious subject that both of you want to make a difference. Tell us about that.
So Teresa and I both have two different angles that we come at this problem. Teresa is a victim of sex trafficking, and I'll let her share a little bit more about that. But it's really about standing for this stopping sex trafficking of our high school and college students.
Okay.
There's, in particular, California, Texas, and Florida are the top 3 states with the highest amount of sex trafficking and human trafficking in the country. And Oklahoma, because it sits right in the middle as a thoroughfare, there's a lot of it happening here. And when I talk to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, when I talk to the FBI, when I talk to my friends that are undercover cops, and I asked what was missing, what they said was awareness and prevention.
Well, Jan, we want you to come back in a few weeks. You're welcome to come back to Enid, and we'll spend a lot of time with you on television. We'll do a show, and we'll do our part to help with that awareness. But in our brief time this evening, and I apologize for that, but Teresa, tell us what's on your heart.
Well, this is kind of coming full circle for me. Once having been 15 years old and being missing and being trafficked right in the United States. And I was from a good family. My grandpa was a judge. And yet that didn't exempt it from happening to me. And I'm really passionate about this too, both of us, because we know that if we don't find these missing kids, within 48 hours, the likelihood is that a pimp who is a human trafficker will find them and start selling them. So we know we need to find them fast.
Well, we'll certainly do our part here at Enid Television Network. So, ladies, have a great evening. Thank you for being here, and we will talk more and help you in your efforts.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we continue our interviews, and my special guest now probably needs no introduction. It's been the first time in a long time. I guess I was talking with Thomas Stafford the other day at an event, but I guess this would be my second official astronaut. Mr. Garrett, Owen K. Garrett, thank you, sir, for just taking a few moments to visit with us.
Please do.
Welcome to Enid. When you think of Enid, Oklahoma, what comes to mind?
Well, two things. First of all, I think of hometown. This is where I grew up until I went off to college. And second thing I think of is Leonardo's, which is a children's museum here in town, and growing and really becoming a marvelous place for young children to visit.
On an event like this, you're surrounded by some old cars, and there's a 60 Chevy up front. That was the first car that I had, and I had to haul a lot of hay in Perry, Oklahoma to get that first car. But when you're at an event like this, what does it mean to you?
Well, the first thing, my wife's already picked out 1 or 2 of these cars to take home, because she's always wanted something like some of these. But the event here is several reasons for bringing me back to Enid occasionally. The first of all is our visit to Leonardo's. I have a brother-in-law who's still in town, and still a fair number of friends in town. So all of those things combined to make it a very pleasant trip for us.
Well, Mr. Garrett, thank you for taking a few minutes to speak with me today. Welcome back to your hometown, and we appreciate what you do as an ambassador for this city and for our country. Thank you for your service.
My pleasure.
continue our interviews here at the Fireball Run, the dinner event at the Enid Event Center, which I've never seen it dressed up like this before. Speaking of dressed up, I have my best jeans. I don't know if that counts, Dr. Van Hooser, but again, tell us about this event tonight.
Well, this event tonight, of course, all the Fireball teams are here. They've all arrived in Enid this afternoon, and so we're trying to have an epic dinner for them. You'll hear that word tonight, and when you hear that, everyone will go a response. The other word you'll hear tonight is America. You're going to hear America. Yeah. Anyway, all the teams are here. We've had a great time. We're really all starting to bond and help each other on these missions and trips, so it's been a lot of fun. Of course, they've been making fun of Aaron and I a little bit because we keep showing up to the dinners at night in slacks and a shirt. It's what guys like us do. Well, so tonight we thought we'd really step up and do the James Bond thing, wear tuxes. Now we're really going to get a lot of ribbing from here on out.
And it's okay to wear the normal apparel for Enid, Oklahoma. That's what people do for evening. Exactly. All right. Dr. Van Hooser, thanks for spending time with us, and we wish you well. 3, 4, 5 more days. What is it?
We have 4 more days.
4 more days.
4 more days, and we'll end up in Independence, Missouri, and then come home on Sunday.
Okay. Be safe in your travels.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Steve.
We continue our interviews, and this is the Enid Television Network here in Oklahoma, but really this is global because the gentleman that's between me are from Canada. Young lady to my far right is from a long ways away, a place called Texas. And then the other young lady is that purple? Well, we go with purple. It's the Sunflower State of Kansas, and they're all here in the event center to participate in the Fireball Run, the dinner event. First off, your impressions of Enid, Oklahoma from the ladies.
It's been great. We love the museum and just all the different things we've been able to do. I like the history here. It's been a lot of fun. We wish we would have had more time, actually.
So tell us your view from Texas in regard to Fireball, and what's today been like for you?
Well, today I kind of told you a little bit of a lie. I'm originally from Oklahoma. Okay. So I've been to Enid.
Okay, you'll go right.
No, but honestly, I have been to Enid several times, and I never knew all the heritage that takes place here, and it's been great to see all the museums and the things that go on that I never even knew went on here. It's really interesting.
Well, these next two guests, and I'll tell you what, I got white spiky hair, but I kind of like this spiked look that they have. What kind of hair is that, or what kind of animal? Yeah, don't touch it. Okay.
It's beaver.
It's
real beaver. We skinned the
on Monday.
On the way here.
That's Monday. Now I know why. Okay, well, gentlemen, let me be serious for just a moment here, if we can be serious. That poor beaver never had a chance. Well, if you notice, I've changed my hairdo this evening for the Fireball event. It used to be bright white, but now it's got kind of a beaver brown to it, but it's also got a Canadian flavor to it. Now, gentlemen, I've been to Calgary. And that's about it. So now, where are you guys from Calgary?
I'm from Calgary.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're like brothers.
We know all about each other now.
Okay,
yes.
Great. Tell us about your experience today driving up from Ardmore, coming up Highway 81 to Enid.
We left Ardmore fairly early this morning and stopped in Duncan, Oklahoma, which is interesting for me,
right?
Because I'm in the oil and gas business, and Halliburton has a big outfit there, and that's everybody in the oil and gas business knows who those guys are. But what was interesting is coming into Enid, we got our missions this morning in Enid, and the first place we got to go to this morning was the failing drilling rig facility, which is fairly well renowned in our business as well. So we were able to spend a bunch of time there, see how the rigs are being made, rigs that we've actually, both Rick and I have worked on in the past. We were met with a more than warm reception, enthusiastic crowd, very passionate. We felt very welcome, and unfortunately we had to move along, but it was one of our favorite places to stop so far.
Well, it sounds like a memory-making trip. Let me ask you, for the viewers watching this program, can you tell us how do you get the emotional energy or just the strength to just gear up and go the next day and the next day and the next day?
We just get up in the morning and look in the mirror.
That's it? Beaver hat on, let's go.
This is what perfect
By the way, did you mess up my hair? I can't tell because my hair
which one?
It doesn't move.
It's beautiful. Which one?
Yeah.
Well, we're actually down here on a recruiting mission as well, because we're retired from the oil, semi-retired.
Sure.
We're ballet instructors.
Full time.
Yeah, we're taking up that as a new line of business.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we need to really conclude our visit tonight with these ballet instructors. Well, you can tell it's all about fun, but it's all about missing children, and it's all about making a difference from Canada, Texas / Oklahoma, and Kansas. So
one more thing that's
Yes,
not commonly known. We remember, we don't find the missing children. We aid in handing out posters to do this. But because of the things that we're doing, over the last 7 years, they've proven that by us handing out these flyers, we've aided in finding 43 kids to date.
well, continue to do the great work. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
We continue with our interviews, and we have with me right now John McBride, and John is a good friend with a previous interview, Mr. Owen K. Garriott. John, first off, welcome to Enid. What's today been like for you?
All I can say is wow. I mean, we started down south this morning in Ardmore, I think, and wound our way up through the country and ended up here in Enid. And
Went through the big city of Duncan.
Duncan.
Yeah.
That's quite a place. I
It
mean,
really is.
the Chisholm Trail Museum is. I'd like. That's the sad part. It's an exciting thing we do on this run, but the downside is you can't stay long enough to really soak it all up. And all these wonderful places we see and visit, I could spend hours at, but we got about 5 or 10 minutes.
John, tell us a little bit about your role as an astronaut. What were your flights, things of this nature?
I joined NASA in 1978 in the very first class of space shuttle astronauts.
Okay.
Everybody that came before me were like Owen and the Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo guys. And the beautiful part is Owen and I have known each other since 1978 when I checked in that first class. And he was kind of my tutor, my mentor, and put me under his wing and taught me all the astronaut stuff. So I love him. We were together just 2 weeks ago in China for our annual get-together of astronauts and cosmonauts.
So from China to Enid, Oklahoma.
Right.
That's a
We went
busy.
different directions from China and ended up in Enid again.
That's a busy.
But I was lucky to fly the space shuttle. I was a pilot of the Challenger, 1984, with the first crew of 7. First crew of 2 women, first Canadian, first Australian, first West Virginian.
Wow.
And I was scheduled to be the commander of the flight right after we lost our Challenger. And 4 of my dear friends from that same class that I just mentioned. President Reagan asked me to come to Washington and be the deputy of NASA for the last part of my career.
Let me ask you about your role in Fireball Run. You shared with us about your role as as an astronaut and the flights and so forth. But tell us a little bit more about, for our viewers, about missing children, but really why you're involved in this.
Well, missing children is number one. I have an affinity for kids and their welfare, and the fact that we're losing so many, we need to come up with a better way to get them back. But also, my co-driver and I are representing the Space Coast of Florida. We're one of the sponsors of the Fireball Run, and so we want to get out the word about Kennedy and Kennedy Space Center and the Space Coast and have people come down and see us. And she's a film director in Florida, so we want to make films. And so that's the ancillary reason for being here. But the driving force for all of us, I think, you talk to a man or woman in the whole race, is to find some of these kids.
Sure. Well, we appreciate the good work that you're doing. Welcome to Enid.
You.
And I know you have, I guess, about 4 more days to go. So
4 days.
We wish you a safe trip and continue to make a difference.
I'll tell you what, after what I've seen here in Enid today and reuniting with Owen, it's just, I'd love to come back and spend some time here. You can see where you can spend some quality time in Enid, Oklahoma.
Well, hopefully your batteries have been recharged to keep moving forward.
I hope
All right,
so.
John,
Thanks,
thank
Steve.
You bet. We continue to find special guests that is making Enid their home for the evening, and it's all part of Fireball Run. We've got Elaine and Marisha. I was close. Okay, well, I didn't even try, did I? But these ladies, besides giving of themselves to be a part of Fireball Run, they do something special in their other lives, if you will. Tell us, Elaine, about that.
Absolutely. Well, for this 8 days, I'm a fireballer, but for the rest of my life, I'm a real race car driver. I've been racing cars for 21 years. I started out with just a 75 Chevy Vega. I sold a Corvette, Vega, a 72 Corvette that I traded in for a 75 Vega, and it was drag racing history. That car ran in the low 10 seconds. She went on her rear bumper, and I loved it. Met and married my high school sweetheart, and he was the racer, so he put me in the car. And he was was also into aviation, and he decided that if I really wanted to go fast, I mean really, really wanted to go fast, he was going to put me in a jet car. So I've been racing jet cars for 11 years, and about, 4 years ago, this little mini-me decided to come up and decided she wanted to race cars for me too.
So the rest is history, or is your story a little bit different?
My story's a little bit different. I am not the lovely team owner, so I have a wheel
Why
job.
don't you tilt the hat back just a little bit so we can get everybody
I don't know
to
if you
get
want to see it. It's been a long day. Yeah, so no, I have a wheel job. I'm a pilot, and I race for her on the weekends, but it's been 4 incredible years, and we're looking forward to the future with it.
Yeah, pilot. So your experience today, you've got to be probably exhausted by now, and you're just kind of going on what energy you have. But what's been your experience from Ardmore to Enid today?
I'm going to tell you, Enid has been so amazing. I know that they tell you kind of what to expect because we're newbies, man. We're greenhorns. We had no idea what to expect on this journey. And Jay did say, the director and the owner of the Fireball Run, he did say he's going to make us cry. And I will tell you, he almost did it today. Marisha had to assemble some oil rig machine, and it wasn't anything, but it was just everybody lining the side, everybody cheering us on, and I'll get teared up thinking about it because they took time out of their day to welcome us to your community. And man, that just doesn't happen anymore. This was really cool. That touched me. I love seeing all the people come out to cheer us on, to come in and, go jet jockeys, and they all knew we were coming. Signs on the schools that says, "Come on, Fireball." It was really cool. So that's special.
I think more important than everybody in the city has been Team Enid.
Oh my gosh.
From the Fireball, we're all competitors and we all are out there for the same reason. So it can get a little hot in the moment, but Team Enid, we've kind of partnered up with them and made an alliance, if you will, and they have been phenomenal this whole time. So they have taken your guys' home city greatness and taken it off on the road, so you can be proud of them and be thankful that they're representing your town for sure.
Well, we are proud of them, and as you can tell, these ladies have that feel for speed, I think. Is that the phrase that they use?
Oh, good.
Anyway,
We got the need for speed. Oh, yeah.
thank you very much. Welcome to Enid. Enjoy your stay and be safe in your travels.
Okay, now I might pick one of these cars to race in the Fireball. Which one do you think I should take? I got my eye on that little Vet, but I see a 55 Chevy over there.
There's a 57 that's black.
I see the 57. There
I think
you
it
go.
would start and go too.
Okay, well, I think I'd like it. Marisha, you distract him. Let's go, okay? Okay, see you.
Thank you. Well, our special guest now is the city manager of Enid, Mr. Eric Benson. Eric, here we are in the Enid Event Center surrounded by all these antique cars. Could be a Model A, Model T, I don't know. Maybe you know, since you're a little bit older than me.
Yeah.
What does this event mean to the city of Enid?
Well, all the positive comments you hear are very telling that the city of Enid is committed to being a welcoming place and a destination. It's like we were trying to say for many months now, and it's certainly showing out to be the case tonight.
People walk in the building and they go, wow. They see the facility, but they see the cars and they see all these people. What does it do to the heart that you have for this community?
Well, it sure makes me proud. We put out the word that we wanted this sort of assistance, and they all made it happen. It was a tremendous opportunity for us and a great treat for the contestants.
Have you had your hamburger and hot dog yet?
Yes, I have, and I may have more.
Well, I haven't been there, so I'm going to go right now.
Well, I'll take this for you if you... See you, Steve. And that ends our discussion on this part.
Well, you can see I'm surrounded by a lot of people here in Enid, Oklahoma, and a lot of gorgeous cars. It's been quite an event this evening. Hope you enjoyed the interviews, and I hope you enjoyed to look at all these antique cars and just learned a little bit more about Fireball Run and their effort to find America's missing children. Thanks for joining us.